yourself along. Well, you made the reservations. Now it's time for Valentine's dinner. But what about the wine? Well, Michael Finney is here with some tips to make you look good. Michael Finney's got tips to make you look good on your date with wine. I got to see this. I got it. Hello, Ripley's, believe it or not. I got to see this.
It is a safe bet to say a lot of people will be ordering wine while dining out tomorrow night, but for many, intimidation remains a factor, and they don't want to look like an idiot in front of their sweetheart. So we decided to get a crash course on ordering wine from the Director of Content for Wine.com, Gwendolyn Osborne. Gwendolyn, thanks for
Thanks for having me.
I went to a restaurant not too long ago, and I'm used to the wines of California.
Yeah.
And I looked at the menu, and I did not know a single wine on there because they were all Spanish wines, I think.
Yes.
And I was there going, oh, this is not good. You know, I am not going to look.
You asked for the cocktail menu, didn't you?
Yeah, right. You know, I'll just have a scotch.
Right.
And I did feel like an idiot. So let's start. I know you've got some tips right here.
Right.
And so you say to start by doing your research. Now, how do you do research?
Well, if you know where you're going, the restaurant that you are going to, go online. Almost everybody's putting their menu online, not only for food, but also their wine list. So if you feel like you might be a little intimidated, let's say you can't pronounce the name of the restaurant, that might be a good sign that they might have a wine list that is a little, you know, different than what you might be used to. So go online, do some research, at least kind of get a feel of what kind of wines they offer, what the price ranges are, maybe if they have a specific focus, like a region or varietal, you'll kind of get to know that. And then you can research. And not only does that help you when you're ordering the wine, but it make sure you don't spend too much time with the wine list. You know, if there's a lot of pages, your date's going to be sitting there twiddling their thumbs while you're spending so much time trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, that would have really helped me out. That would have been a great idea, really. And you say don't be afraid to ask questions.
Don't be we're in a foodie, wine-centric town. I mean, even if you do see a lot of California wines, and that might be what you know, but I guarantee the sommelier at that restaurant spent a lot of time making the wine list. They're excited about it and all those things they have to offer. So they want to talk to you about those wines. So ask questions, but you can ask very intelligent questions.
I was going to say, how do you do that? Because normally you're down to...
what do I order?
Yeah, white, or what would you care? I mean, you're not sounding very cool.
No, but let's say you're looking for a price range. Now, you know, if this is one of your first dates, you're not going to say, I can only afford, you know, $30 or what is on there.
You go, take a look at her. What do you think?
So one of the sneaky ways to do that is if you're holding the wine list, you simply ask the sommelier, say, I'm looking for a wine similar to this one, but instead of pointing to the wine, point to the price. They should get the hint. Most savvy sommeliers will get your understanding of that thing. But you know, point out a few pointers if I'm looking for a red or a white similar to this one. Or I'm ordering the salmon and she's ordering the steak. And can you recommend a wine similar to this that would go with both? Also, if you have a wine style, you might say, let's say you only drink Pinot Grigio. You might not want to say, I only drink Pinot Grigio. You can say, I like white, light and crisp whites. Can you recommend something like that? Or I like big and bold reds, or earthy and spicy, or something along those lines. And so if you give the sommelier enough tools to work with, you're going to get a winner.
Yeah, no, that would have helped me too if I would have, rather than just looked at the wine list and said, there's not a single word I can read here. Rather than say that, if I'd have said, you know what, I like Pinot Noirs.
Right.
What would you go off of this list?
Right, exactly. Just take something that you normally do drink and say, you know, I love Sauvignon Blancs. Do you have something light and crisp in that style? So that's a way to do it. Yeah,
no, that makes sense. Okay, now ordering by the glass.
Yes.
Which is kind of what we've done here.
That is what we have here. But that's a fun way to get a little bit adventurous because you're only making the investment in a glass. You're not trying to buy the whole bottle.
Right.
And so a lot of wine lists these days, we're seeing some of, calling it going old world, where they're taking really interesting indigenous varieties from places like Spain and Italy. So you're going to see things called Albarino and Godello and Vermentino and things.
See, now this was a problem I had.
That's what you saw on the list instead of Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay. So, so that's kind of a fun way to get adventurous. And again, you can ask those same questions ordering by the glass. And what I brought is one of my favorite wines, which is Albarino, and it is from Spain. It is from the Galicia region, and it has the same kind of acidity as Sauvignon Blanc. So if you like Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, and what's the name of this?
Albarino.
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 And what does that compare to?
Well, it has the acidity of a Sauvignon Blanc, but the floral notes that you get from it, the aromas, are kind of, I would compare them, it's what we call an aromatic grape. So I'm really it's its own unique. I can't compare it to too much, but it's got that great acidity. It's wonderful with seafood. Again, it has that kind of floral tones to it, and great tropical fruit.
I'm beginning to run out of time, and I don't want to not get to these. So this here.
Okay. So the last two wines. Sorry.
No.
Drinking, not talking.
Oh no, please. And what's this one?
Okay, so these two wines. There's certain wines that are universally food friendly. So if you're having two different meals and you want to find a good wine to go with it, Pinot Noir, especially on Valentine's Day, because it is a seductive grape. It's kind of it just makes you feel sexy. It's very smooth. It's supple. It
is smooth, and it's kind of a light red.
Yes, it just rolls up, and it is slightly light, so it'll go great with salmon. It'll go great with steak.
Okay.
You can also find Pinot Noir in sparkling form. People underrate how great sparkling wine is with food because of the carbonation and that crispness to it. It's got acidity. It goes well with food, particularly ones made with Pinot Noir. This is Gloria Ferrer.
Right. Okay.
Blanc Noir.
Right there.
Mostly Pinot Noir. It's got that little bit of that pink color. So if you...
And then the last one here is?
Adelsheim Pinot Noir.
Okay. The Pinot.
Okay.
Right.
So that is from Oregon. Oregon's a great Pinot producing state. They make wonderful wines, usually fairly budget friendly. This one runs about $28 on retail. This is under $20. This is $19.
Perfect. That's what we also like.
We do. We like value. So cheers to that.
Cheers. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
This is Gwendolyn Osborne from Wine.com. Thanks so much for being here.
Excellent. Actually, Gwendolyn, can you give me something pretentious to say if I don't know what the wine is?
That's good.
You know, some pretentious wine snobby kind of thing. That sound like you know what you're talking about when you don't. I'm serious.
Yeah.
This tastes like pencil shavings and granite.
That'll work. I'll try that. Pencil shavings and granite. In August. Good year.
Yeah.